Here's the colours that I'm going to be using to paint the gum leaves. The yellow that I'm using is Aureolin yellow, beautiful transparent yellow. I've also got out some Van Dyke brown. The blue I have is cobalt blue, quite an expensive pigment but well worth it, cobalt blue. And I do have some quinacridone violet. I've already mixed up some green, some cobalt blue, and some Aureolin yellow, and that's it here. And I'm going to start with an incredibly light version of this green, so I'm squeezing in heaps of water. This is my thumbnail, my little guide to where I'm going to place my leaves. Oh, it's incredibly pale. That is just beautiful. So it's so pale you can barely see it. But that's what I want. So I'm going to create a that's layer number one. Incredibly pale. I'm going to wait for that to dry before painting the next layer of watercolor leaves that are going to be painted over the top. So I want to use a little bit of this really lovely dark, really pale wash, but I need a darker version as well. So I'm going to use my pipette to, there's already some yellow there, so that's fine. Squeeze up some of this and put it over here a little bit more. So I need to pick up some of the blue. It's freshly squeezed, so it's adding straight to my brush. Right, is it darker? That's all I want, is that it's darker than that. Beautiful first green. And I could make it bluer if I wanted to, but I'm quite happy with this colour. Painting with the slightly darker green this time. Bring my leaves back for inspiration. Okay. Right, they're lovely and wet, so I'm going to enhance. Bits of brown. I think that's enough for that layer. Okay, I'm going to let that settle. Oh, no, I'm going to correct that up there. And then I'm going to mix up an even darker version. I've kept this light version in case I want to use it. And I'm tempted to keep this mid version in case I'd like to use it as well. So I'm going to go to this one here and squeeze up some of that green and put it in there. Just like to rinse it out immediately. And add some more blue. Make it darker. It does alter the green, and I need to decide if that green is the sort of green that I want. And because they're this leafy gum leaf green, I'm going to add a tiny bit of this violet and see if I can turn it to more of a gum leaf green. And yeah, it's gone much grayer. It's not darker though, so I need more pigment, more paint. So I'm adding more blue. And then have a look at it again. Yeah, it's gone darker, which is what I wanted, but I need more red now. Okay, I'm turning it back to the dark side. And it's a really beautiful green, but it needs yellow. So this brush here, chunk of yellow, add it to this mix. Turn it back to the green side. Right, how's that? Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely grey green, and it's a little bit darker than those ones there. Again, it's not dark enough. So a bit more paint, bit more yellow, bit more pure paint of the yellow, bit more pure of the blue. I'm down to the nuggety stuff there. Not ideal, but let's see if I get away with it. Go in again. I want to keep the grey-green, but I want it to be darker. So if I'm lucky, this is my final layer of leaves. Definitely darker. Lovely. Okay. Now I'm going to do a third lot of leaves on top of this. Is it dry by any chance sitting here? Nope. Okay. Time to grab the hairdryer. Okay, I've got my lovely grey-green. Put my little swatch back in place. Here it is. It's lovely and dark. All right. I'm going to paint the stem in this light green, because then I can adjust it, or I can drop a colour in if I feel like it. And as I put the stem in, I need to be thinking about, do I cross these lines? Here are my leaves, just bring them in nice and close. Do I cross these lines? Because I'm thinking about a third set of leaves, which sits around here. So I could come in that way. Oh, yep, right, that's what I'll do. So I'm going to come in with a soft angle, gentle, and finish at about here, and then start painting the leaves. So it'll go like to there, and I'll drop in a little bit of dark, a little bit. That's nice. I'll just put in a tiny bit of brown. While I'm here. Right. And I might turn them this way so I'm looking, come in and curve, and then this, I have a big one here. While it's lovely and wet, drop in some darks. There, this green. I want to kind of create a shape like that. So I want one that comes out. This half-eaten one is fantastic. Put in lots of brown on the edge. It's got a beautiful dark bit in the middle. All this was eaten away as well. And a bit on the stalk. Back to my green for my next leaf. I have one that comes from behind like that. It's beautiful on one side, and the oops, big drip. The other side is half eaten. Brown again. Okay. I think I'll put one of these cute little wispy things that come out. Oops, I was a bit heavy-handed, so it looks like a leaf. Better make it into a leaf now. Touch of brown. Back to the green. Okay, what do I need? It's lovely and busy in here. It's really interesting. Might have another leaf. There's this fabulous half-eaten one here. So maybe it comes out from behind it and over like that. And it is got a half-eaten edge there. And it's got a half-eaten edge there. I like that this one comes off and touches the side. And there's one here that touches the side, and this one nearly touches the side. I feel like it needs something else though. Okay. Back again. So I'm nearly finished. I think that as I love to do, finishing with a little bit of a splatter is always lovely. Now, I think it would be lovely also if some of the splatter becomes quite wet when I put it on. So it's a matter of deciding where will the splatter go. Will I splatter in this direction, like to enhance the look of looking here, or do I want to actually just fill in a gap here, or do I want to fill in a gap there? I think I'll leave the top. I quite like the absolute simplicity of that. I'm thinking that I'm just going to splatter in this section here. So I'm going to maybe keep this clean, and I'll leave that as it is. And I'm going to splatter with the colours that I've been using. So I've got this beautiful green, that's the dark green there. And here goes, risk, risk, risk. I'm putting in some lovely dark green here. And then this brush has on the really pale green, so I'll put some of that on too. Bigger brush does bigger drips. put a little bit over. Oh, I can't resist putting a bit up there. Like that. This brush has got a stack of yellow on it. That's the mid green there. Oh, I'm going to mix the yellow with the brown, with the green. Mix it all. It's just an earthy looking lovely green, and put some of that on to put it in here, in this center here. Right. Now, are there any splatters I don't like? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of some of them. Just softening off those ones. Soften them as well. Soften that one. I'm going to soften them around the edge. Well, that's quite nice. I'm putting a little bit of colour. I'm going to continue that around. Put more water. The big splotty one there I don't like. Get a little bit of a halo vignette look by doing that. Now I can soften them anywhere I desire. And maybe some in there. Add a little bit more colour around the vignette look I've got going. Yeah, I've kept the crispness of the darkest leaves, and I think that will do. Vignette again. Very subtle vignette, but it's there. And I think I'm done. Always at this stage, I like to wait a day and come back, and sometimes there'll be a change that I make, and I'll record it if I see it, but hopefully this is the finished product. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Please like it if you press like if you enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye.